there's no way that in 2024 we could be using old systems of raising money, like we're selling stuff and then or civics kids come without uniform and then and I'm like, that cannot take us far. There should be some ways that we can get more funds far much easier, but we'll be talking significant amount of money that can make a significant change in the running of the school. Hi, welcome back to the show. Kalibitsoke Rasemishi Muhlala, and we're having another wonderful show heading toward the elections. And this time we're talking school governing bodies. Elections are the school governing bodies. I have Dr. Victor Maimele. Dr. Victor will be talking to us about the school governing bodies. What is SGB? And what is the purpose of SGB? What is it expected to be doing? If we understand that, and probably the questions are who qualifies to be a member of SGB, and then looking at these questions that we'll be talking about mostly to the rest of the day before Toma. Once again, I'll ask you, please let us like, share, and distribute these videos so that people can get more and more educated these videos that we pull out, and most importantly, so that it enables us to be doing Mosebetsi Oro Yezang. More likes, more shares means more possibilities of us being on air. So, Dr. Victor, how are you, my brother?
I'm okay, I say.
Good, thanks. It's like Robona once every 3 years. It's been a while.
We need to correct that.
Yeah, we need to correct that. We need to be talking about these issues more often and constantly.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dr.
Yeah, I think maybe let's start there to the heart of the question. Briefly, what is an SGB and what is its purpose? Koskolo.
Thanks, Kalibitsoke, for the opportunity. School governing body is SGB. It's a school governing body. It's the government of the school.
Okay.
Made up of many components. They become a school governing body. Teachers component, principal also is part, even though the principal is not elected.
Yeah.
Parents of the kids or the children who are schooling at that particular school, they become a part, and in their majority, they need to be majority.
Okay.
By one or more.
All right.
And then to all combined stakeholders. Then let's say if you got 5 employees from the school, then you are going to have 6.
All right.
Of the parents.
Of the parents' wing.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we know what is the school governing body. What is its purpose? Why is it there? What is it supposed to be doing?
The reason, after democracy, after 1996, the government of the day, they've seen it important and fit to democratize all the stakeholders or all the institutions.
Okay.
That is part of deepening democracy.
Okay.
Because if you look, each and every 3 years, it's like your MEC or ministers, they've got a 5-year contract.
Yeah.
After 5 years, they have to renew and go back. It's the very same thing. So, but the SGB, their role and responsibilities after they've been elected into the governing body, their role and responsibility is clear and simple: to make sure that the policies to run the school. The school need not to be run by emotions or personal or any other thing. There should be policies which they have to police the running of the school.
Okay.
2 is to make sure that the environment at the school is conducive for learning and teaching.
All right.
I'm talking about your cleanness of the school, the toilets, They need to be clean all material time, so that the learning and teaching children mustn't be inconvenient. The classroom themselves, they need to be clean. And the furniture also, they need to be in place.
The windows must be
intact.
In good order.
And then the educators also, they need to be equivalent to the ratio of the kids at the school. Then,
which is an important point right there. I don't know if people know, because I don't know. What's the standard ratio of teacher to learners?
Normally, up to so far, it was 1:45. Which means an educator is become eligible to get a class. When we say class, minimum or maximum must be 1:45.
Yes. All right. No, I hear you. But now it speaks something else to me, because of it says, if the governing body of the school is responsible for everything that you said, the policy and policing of that policy, making sure that things run according to the policy of the school. Now my question is, who qualifies to be an SGB member?
I'll talk in behalf of the parents and all other stakeholders. To start with, the parents, you need to have a child at that particular school. That's one. That is the qualification needs. It doesn't matter, you are a lawyer, you are a magistrate, you are an advocate. The fact is that you are a parent. That qualifies you to stand to be elected to become a member of the SGB. These other stakeholders is like, if you are an educator, the educators win. They elect amongst themselves their representative into the school governing body. Your GA and the AA, general assistants and administrative assistants, also on their own, they elect their
representative.
Yes.
That should be a part of the governance.
Absolutely. That's in actual fact, it's a parliament of the school. Because there's no one left out.
By the parents.
You see?
Yes. All right.
In a primary school, we don't have learners. But in high school, we've got learners also.
That has to be represented in the SGB.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't know that. No, I actually don't know. I mean, if all high schools practice that they have a learner.
No, it's a must. It's a standard thing. It's a standard. It's a must. It's a
all
must.
Right.
Yes.
Now, I'm asking this question because there's two major things that I would want us to dive into today, right? And one of them would be on the purpose of the SGB. That when we talk about these policies and we talk about the parent wing coming in and being part of governance of the school, what are we really in detail probably talking about when you're talking about the governance of the school, using by example for that matter? Or what are the key things that they will be responsible for, and especially talking about issues like the budget of the school and what are the SGB role in that particular instance?
Let's start here. The parents, they are the custodian of the SGB.
All right.
Simply because of their majority.
And
I want us to be clear here. I'm not saying majority rule. We are living in a constitutional country, not in a majoritarian country. But the majority helps to lead into a policy. Thank you very much. So the parents, to start with, all parents in the school governing body, by mere fact of being in the school governing body, they are the chairpersons of the various committee. Meaning that the school governing body, when it's established, they need to have the committees. Committee of maintenance has to be led by a parent. Of elected in the SGB. Then that is how it's supposed to be. The virtue of the principal to be not elected is to make sure that he empowers, he supports
Okay.
The school governing body by policy, compliance, and then making sure that the school environment is conducive. During that particular meeting, even in the issue of the policy, because the school governing body cannot just run the school willy-nilly. They need to be guided and supported by the
policy that already exists.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then that's why they formulate the policy to suit the school.
Yeah.
Those are the roles and responsibilities of the school governing body. And the most important thing is that even the support they get, because you just don't get there and they say, let's go, and then you start doing things. Hence, there's a handover if the school is being there with the SGB to say, this is what we've done. And then as parents, we also have an ample time to go all out and then do the research, proper funding, so that when we come back and we give a proper report, because we'll be finding out how things can be better and how can be better things moving forward. The committee, they are also assisting in coming to budget. We have talked about the budget.
Yes.
Because the budget is not specifically going to work for only certain things and leave others out.
Yeah.
And also, before I get into the budget, the SGB in South African School Act 84 of 1996, Section 19, it's a must of the school governing body to raise funds. Okay. Remember the funds which they are getting from the treasury.
Yeah, it's not enough.
And it can't be enough.
Okay.
So what is happening is that there is a certain portion. Let's give an example. The school of given based on the ratio of the school, because this amount or budget is per cap. They call it as per capita. Capita meaning per head.
Yeah.
That's why there's a head count.
Head count on the number of students per school.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then it comes to that amount. Let's say it's 1 million rands.
Yeah.
If it's that 1 million rands, 50% is going directly to services of the learner teacher support material. That is called LTSM. The other one, the other 50%, that is the one who's going to looking for your municipalities services, your telephone, your copier machines, and any other committees like your sports.
Yeah.
You need to have a little budget there to take care of that committee.
Yeah.
And that is how all these committees, they come together and they make the school run.
And by virtue, that money can never be enough. So that budget is not enough. But now, you spoke about the fundraising that comes through the school governing bodies.
Yes.
What means, or what can the school governing body do in order to secure funds for the school? What ideas are there, or what is normally done usually by progressive school governing bodies?
By standards and norm and progressive of school governing bodies, that all public ordinary schools, they are non-profitable organization.
Yeah.
Therefore, there is this called PBO, Public Beneficiary Organization.
Yes.
That is the starting point.
Okay.
Because with that, you are able to go to these big companies and corporate.
Okay.
They've got their own CSI or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are looking after that.
Yeah.
But most of us as school governing body from public ordinary school, we don't use that opportunity.
Okay.
The opportunity
but who secures now in a school environment a PBO?
Is the school governing body.
Okay.
Through chairperson treasury and the school principal. But within the school governing body.
Okay.
We sit down.
Yeah.
And then we come with the management plan. We delegate people, can be the chairperson, can be the treasury.
Yeah.
And then we call the the auditors.
Yes.
And the bookkeepers. Those are the right people, the relevant, particularly auditor. They know all this, how to apply, take to SARS and all those type of things to get the documentation in place and to get all whatever the registration from and that can be done in that order.
Yeah.
And then once it's there, that the certificate is a license for fundraising. Yeah. Fundraising is not this 5 rands, 10 rands from ourselves. That is not a fundraising.
Because I'm always of this mind, right? To say there's no way that in 2024 we could be using old systems of raising money, like we're selling stuff and then or civics kids come without uniform and then they and I'm like, that cannot take us far. There should be some ways that we can get more funds far much easier, but we'll be talking significant amount of money that can make a significant change in the running of the school.
Remember, when we say fundraising, it's like we have to put the goals down or the management plan. When we say fundraising, how much is fundraising we want? If we say 5 million rands per year, meaning that we can even secure a company or institution which can maybe per year give us X amount, let's say 1 million or 1 point whatever million. Remember, if they give us, we give them back that that
PBO, so that they can claim from SARS.
You get my point? So it's upon us as school governing board to stand up, to go all out, to knock all these doors. Someone will get a help, and somebody can open eyes and ears and then take care of us.
I think you're talking to a point that I wanted to raise, as part of this discussion. What kind of a mindset should the parents wing coming in be having about their own school?
Okay, to start with, I don't think that we need that.
Okay.
The fact of the matter, once you say a parent, you have said it all.
Okay.
It's like you are growing your child. What do you need to grow your child?
All right.
Because for you to be there at the school, what need to come to your mind is that my child is at this school. What is that can be conducive for my child? For me to be proud to say my child is at the school. Forget about the monies and everything like that. Just to think about that. The money will come after. Firstly, it's a vision and a mission. You understand? Okay. So that will give you to say, how do you want your child to be raised and to see everything? Because I can give you a simple example. You see the 10 rands and the 20,000 you're talking about. If we've got visionaries of parents, of which we are lacking simply because we are not empowered by these ideas.
Yes.
We need knowledge is power, especially when you share it. There is so-called, which I am one of those, and I've got these associations. The role and responsibility of the school government body association is to empower the school governing bodies, is to workshop them, is to sharpen them, is to empower them with that knowledge through the law to say this can be done.
But now, Dr. Maimele, is there a limit to a handover process or a transition, if I can put it? Like, how much time do the newly elected SGB have to have with the old SGB going up, the outgoing SGB?
Minimum period is 90 days, 3 months.
Okay. So they can consult in the 3 months and say, hey guys, we see this again. Sorry, can you explain?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because during that transition, it's why all these things need to be explained. We've got this contract. This contract is we sign it for this period. We've got this credit. This credit was this, and this is all those type of things.
Okay.
But does it happen now? Let's go to the taste of the pudding. Does it happen? No, it doesn't happen.
So
that's why you won't see the difference to say, but previously SGB versus this one. But it seems as if we were still going on the same whatever. Because why? That transition was not properly done.
That was not properly done.
No.
Okay. It's just the handing of the books and say,
we just tick the box, say, here's a file, this is the minutes, we've got this and then cut off them.
So there should be a proper transition.
Proper.
And when we talk about it is allowed 90 days.
Absolutely. When we talk about the contract, we have to see the contract, actual contract. Here's the contract. Here are the terms and conditions of the contract. So should we need to terminate that contract as the newly incompetent SGB, then we can do so. So, but those information, we don't get them. It's only the principal who knew about this.
I hear you. Still having a great conversation here, and we're going to take a break before we come with some special questions that comes from the viewers to Ndate Victor, and you can please quote and type questions there. I promise you, Ndate Victor, in his spare time, he will go to the video, answer your questions. Let's take a break.